Hi, this is Ken Gidge, and this is the Art of Politics. And what we're doing here is we have a Republican and a Democrat. In no other show on this station or anywhere, they're afraid to have both Republican and Democrat on. Of course, I am the Democrat who is good, and my partner right here, David Robbins, is a Republican who's bad. And of course, in his mind, I am bad and he's good. Maybe. But we have a lot of things to talk about, but I really want to get into Maine for a little bit.
Well, just before you do, I want to make sure that folks know that I am the capitalist and you're the communist. So,
okay.
All right? Is that cool?
I'm glad we all know
yeah,
that.
All right. So go ahead. What's the matter with the great state of Maine, the pine tree state?
The pine tree state. Well, do you know who has more pine trees than the state of Maine?
Montana.
No. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire does?
Yes.
Really? I didn't know that.
Did you know that New Hampshire has more trees than any state in the United States?
Oh, I find that hard to believe.
Aha! But we do.
All right. I'll roll with this for a minute.
I make fun of Maine. I have relatives up there. When I see them, I say, "Oh, you got your teeth." So this Maine thing. But our motto is "Live Free or Die." Do you know what their motto is?
What's their motto?
Daringo.
Wait a minute. What?
Oh, well, I have it right here. I hope it's right up here, which I can show you. Would you like to see it?
Let's see. Why don't you read it to us?
No, it's D-I-R-G-O. This is their motto, and it says, Daringo should be able to identify those people who have enrolled as a result of expansion. What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay, well, Maine is never, I'm convinced that Maine can't put a parade on.
I thought the folks in Maine, the slogan of Maine was "I'm a maniac."
No. We gave that to them. Okay?
We did. All right.
Yeah, we gave that to them. But you know our state flower.
No,
it's a lilac.
The lilac?
Yes, our state flower is a lilac, which is really, really, really beautiful. I think it's the best state flower in the United States. Now, do you know what Maine state flower is?
What?
Maine state, no, take a guess. Anything at all.
The pussy willow.
No. Anything other than flowers.
Anything other than flowers?
Yes.
I mean, in other words, Maine state flower is something other than a flower.
Is other than a flower, in my opinion.
Good Lord. Tomato plant? Tomato plant? What?
Tomato plant?
Tomato. I grew up saying tomato. I know.
Tomato. It's tomato plant.
You say tomato.
Oh God! Don't do that. Listen.
All right. So
we don't need Republicans singing on.
What is the Maine state fruit?
No, flower.
Oh, flower. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I just want to say one thing. Here we have the New Hampshire state fruit. Right here, and we're very fortunate.
Yes,
go right ahead.
Yes, but he's ripe and he's not. So, okay.
You're so ripe, you're disintegrating.
Are you ready for the Maine state flower?
The Maine state flower.
Are you ready?
Pillsbury?
We should have a drum roll. Okay. Pine cone.
The pine cone is the Maine state flower. I'm suspending disbelief, and I'm taking this on faith. Really?
This is absolutely truth. The Maine state flower is a pine cone. Maine can't put on a parade. I swear to God.
What do you mean they can't put on a parade?
Well, a pine cone isn't a flower, really. I mean, I guess it would be the fruit of a pine tree.
So what are they going to have? The pine cone bowl, and have the cone of pines parade?
I have no idea. Talking about pine cones, we were in at the Redwood Forest. The trees are like 300 feet high.
And about as big around as...
you can drive a car through some of them.
Yeah.
And I was out there picking up pine cones that were this big.
I've seen that.
And Lee's running around, and all of us sitting. I said, Lee, let's get out of here. Lee's my wife. I said, let's get out of here. She said, why? This is beautiful. I said, because if one of these suckers fall, they will kill little animals. I'm not kidding you. The thing is that big.
I've seen the stuff. The redwood's been out there, and I worked in Maine for a couple of years, and
doing what?
I was working for the Social Security Administration.
Oh, God.
I was working for the federal government.
All right, okay.
And but the thing is, when I used to listen to alternative radio, it was broadcast from Portland, and they used to refer to New Hampshire as New Hampster, and they made fun of New Hampshire.
Aha!
So we're New Hampsterites.
Well, I'll tell you what. Then my cousins from Maine, you know, they don't
have all
have
his
teeth.
teeth?
They drive on the wrong side of the road.
They do?
They drink too much. And when they come down here, they say that we're in Boston. We live in Boston. This is not New Hampshire. So they make fun of us. But any state that claims to be the pine tree state, and New Hampshire has more pine trees than pine trees, and then they claim the state flower is a pine cone. Come on. Give me a break.
Now, I know that...
In a Durango?
Durango is it really Durango or Dringo?
Well, I don't know, for God's sakes.
D-I-R-I... Dorigo. There's no N.
Dorigo?
Dorigo.
Dorigo. I'll bet you people in Maine don't even know it.
I'll
bet you the governor.
You go Dorigo. No, the governor probably doesn't.
Go.
But now I note that within the last 3 or 4 weeks, you and your lovely wife, Lee,
yes.
who I have yet to meet,
yes.
Spent a week in Maine.
Yes.
And
no, we didn't. We spent 4 days in Maine. I spent 1 day in the hospital.
All right. So that's close enough. And I spent 2 nights in Maine over the weekend with my lovely wife.
And what was your lovely wife doing?
She was working.
Doing what?
She works for a company that does disability insurance, and she's a Social Security expert. So the dog and I were playing while she was working.
Ha ha. Well.
Have we bashed the kaboobies out of Maine enough?
Yeah, so we're going to start something yeses and nos, you know, like, as you said, thumbs up or thumbs down, yeses and nos.
I can do that.
Okay. I want to do a nose, okay? Jan Schmidt, who is in Ward 1, is running against Avard.
Kevin Avard.
Kevin Avard. Now
Dan Schmidt's the Democrat. Kevin Avard is the incumbent Republican.
Correct. And Jan Schmidt
is it Jan?
A Democrat.
Jan or Dan?
Jan.
Jan. So it's a woman against a man.
That is correct.
Okay.
Now, I have a rule, and that is if I work with anybody, I don't criticize them. Okay?
Except me.
Well, of course you. And we really don't work together, but we do shows here. Okay? But since it went public, I want to tell you what happened. Jan Schmidt took a picture of Avard signs, which were in a rotary.
Yep.
Okay? And she writes on Facebook, it's illegal. Shouldn't be doing that. So she
on her Facebook page, she's saying that Kevin Avard is doing something illegal because he's got signs on a rotary.
So
okay.
I write back and say, Jan, fight signs with signs. Because I'm one of those people who believe because we need to have our signs out. And though the people are really nice, there are too few people who will put signs in their yards. We have to publicize each other. You have to know who's out there. But I agree with Kevin. I believe that it's okay. But he takes that, puts it on his Facebook, and asks people to comment on her. One person said she is an SHIT head. Okay? That's a no-no.
It took me a minute to follow you before I got there.
That's a no.
But you can call somebody a poop head.
Well, you cannot do that.
Okay.
That's wrong. I agree that we should put our signs almost anywhere, I think on properties of the cities, simply because though the people of Nashua are really good and in Ward 6 are really good, we still need a little bit more advertising. And a lot of people, we don't want signs on our yard. So to Kevin, that's a no. He gets a no-no. And I hope that can be rectified. But this is sort of what Republicans have said and done and have got away with. But now we're coming into an election period. Nobody should have the ability to do that, let people say that and leave it up on their website or their Facebook page. That is a no-no.
Now, okay, so before I go yes or no, what I'm hearing you say is Kevin put signs in the Rotary, Jan took a picture, put it on Facebook, said this is not a good thing to do. Kevin then posted what Jan said on his Facebook, and somebody in the Facebook crowd commented that Jan is a blank blank.
Yes.
Is that right? So you're asking, what are you asking about a yes or no?
no to Kevin. You don't let that happen, period. And everybody at this point should know how heated. If I went on my Facebook and said, what do you think about this Republican saying this? The comments that I would get back would be no's, meaning I should not let it be publicized.
You know, I think if I were in that situation, I think I'd probably take it down. So I guess
take it down and apologize.
Well, I'm not. I don't know that I'd apologize.
You wouldn't apologize?
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Slow down.
No, you wouldn't apologize.
Slow down.
I am slow.
I know.
You're too slow.
I know. What I would do is if I saw somebody commenting on my Facebook like that, and I don't do Facebook, I would probably just delete it. And I'd leave it at that.
And you would not apologize.
Apologize to whom for what?
Well, excuse me. First of all, if somebody writes something bad on your Facebook, yeah, I mean, I'm on Facebook. I take it down, and if it's bad, I apologize. I did not ask anybody to put this up. But if Kevin doesn't apologize, what Kevin is saying is it's okay.
Well, no, but if he takes it down, you know, if it pops up and 5 minutes later he gets an alert, reads it, and says, "No, I don't want to have this on my wall."
Okay,
maybe I don't understand Facebook enough.
No, you don't. You should not apologize to Jan Schmidt for somebody
for somebody else. In other words, somebody else is expressing something
on his Facebook
because he commented. Do you think that the
No. You wait a minute. Hold on a second. Are you telling me he shouldn't apologize?
Do you think the Telegraph should have to apologize to its readers every time somebody comments on a story by sending a
If
comment?
anybody says they're an SHIT head, yes.
But they don't. They don't.
They don't put it out there.
They put some of the stuff out there.
All right. Okay.
No. I absolutely disagree with you.
All right. The difference between me and you is, as a Republican, you accept if he takes it down, it's okay. But calling somebody that name on his Facebook page, you're telling me he should not write to Jan. He doesn't probably have to write publicly and saying, "I'm sorry, Jan. That was not something I said, somebody else said it."
Well, she knows he didn't say it because somebody else posted it on the Facebook.
But if he doesn't apologize, then you can think that he agrees with it.
Ken, if I send something to your Facebook and I said, Jackie, how do you pronounce her last name?
Silly.
Silly. Oh, no, that's too much. Jackie Silly is a poop head, and it goes onto your Facebook. Do you then take it off and apologize to Jackie?
No, I apologize to everyone. I take it down and I put something up and say, look, someone wrote something. I don't want you to write stuff like that. I don't want it on my page. And you're essentially not on Facebook.
So what you're doing,
some rules.
So what you're doing is you're just adding to the fire. It's like a negative ad, a negative ad. And
I'm talking about apologizing.
No, I'm
not talking about adding to the fire.
Yes, you are, because once you apologize and you publicize that, people are going to, wait a minute, what's Kenny apologizing for? I've got to get the story behind the story, and more people find out about this, and more people have an opportunity to read this.
And I hate to say this, but this is typical Republican. Do something wrong and don't apologize. Okay.
But he didn't do anything wrong.
Let's move on. Okay, let's just move on.
All right, listen, I've got.
Wait. I want to think.
No. You've been talking. You've been talking for 15 minutes.
And that's all the no's I have.
All right, 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. Right here is a no-no. All right. This is on Facebook again by a guy named Linehan, who works for, it looks like, Ovid LaMontagne, because his picture of the sign of Ovid LaMontagne is there. If you notice, you see Hitler and you see Barack Obama. All right? This is a no-no.
Why are you bringing this up?
Well, because, why am I bringing this up?
Why
am I bringing this up?
And I'll tell you why. You have just publicized that. That's like that being posted on your Facebook page. Are you going to...
No. This is posted on 1,000 Facebook pages.
Right, but then you've just added to it. You're just showing it off to more people. Are you going to apologize to the president?
Excuse me. I am saying No.
Are you going to apologize to the president?
Is this acceptable to you?
No, it isn't.
Well, there we are. No.
Then why are you bringing it up? It's not acceptable. I don't want to have anything to do with it.
I'm sorry, David, but if the Republicans in the past have been getting away with stuff like this,
the screen's dead.
And you in turn think, oh, it's okay, let's not apologize. Oh, that's surprising.
Wait a minute.
I'm very surprised.
What did I just say?
I'm very surprised.
You just asked me if this was okay. I said, no, of course it's not okay. But what you have done, you're doing what the tabloids do. You're bringing something up. You're saying, oh, I disagree with it, but here, let's do it for ratings. We've got this stuff on here. You should apologize to Barack Obama if you're being consistent. You should send a letter to Barack Obama.
Excuse me, David. This is the Republican.
Shame on you.
The Republican.
Shame on you, Ken.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Republican way. It's not okay to do it, but it's worse or equal to show what the Republicans are doing.
All right.
Is that what you're saying?
No, let's talk about pornography for a second.
Let's talk about pornography. Let's move from Hitler to pornography.
Hitler to pornography.
Here we go.
All right, listen.
I don't even know what you're going to say.
Well, no, we never know what we're going to say.
All right, okay.
My wife got a new car today. She's in the process of getting it.
Ha-ha.
And I inherit her car. We're actually trading in my car with 250,000 miles on it. I'm inheriting her car. It's 3 years old. It's got 90,000 miles. She gets a brand new car. We're not even going to go into the family dynamics on that. She has an XM radio.
Yes.
And she almost always has it set to the 60s.
Yes.
So I was driving the car today and I was fiddling around with it. Actually, yesterday I was fiddling around with it. And I was, listening to the different XM stations. I got to one of the XM stations. Freaking thing is pornography. It's two women sitting talking about every single word that you can think of about sexual acts and, pleasuring oneself and pleasuring something else.
You want to know why?
Why?
There's a book called Shades of Grey. There's a 3-part book. I'm reading the first one. And Shades of Grey is a story about a woman who is a virgin, who gets involved with a billionaire, young guy, handsome guy.
Yep.
He starts teaching her all of this. And I have not read them all. I will not read the others, but there's been comments from ladies. And women are going into the pornography shops and asking for some of these toys. And the pornography people who run the shops are saying it's so funny because, A, some of them are 50s, 60s, and maybe a little bit older, and they're so ignorant that they walk right in and they'll ask, what is it, how does it work, and can I buy it? So
I think that's great.
You didn't know that.
I've heard of 50 Shades of Grey, but I think these folks were a couple of porno actresses, and they do an hour, 2-hour show on Sirius, and the whole channel is I understand, is porn.
But you see, your wife gets that channel for 90 days, I believe, free. After that, you got to pay for it.
Well, it's paid up, and I'm gonna keep Sirius.
Paid up for what?
Well, you get a subscription.
Yeah, you know why I didn't keep it?
You don't like pornography?
No. Give me a break.
Have you stopped listening to pornography yet?
Have you stopped beating your wife?
I stay away from the beating stuff.
All right, okay. I don't have it because you can't. You go under bridges and it goes away. Cloudy days sometimes.
That is true.
I mean,
that is true.
I just didn't find it worthwhile.
That is a good point. You do lose signals
and
sometimes.
Because I want to write, and I read 2 books about writing. One was by Stephen King, and Stephen King says, if whatever you're doing, you read. If you're in a car, you listen to an audiobook. If you're in a line waiting for something, you read a book. I read the book. I thought it was great. Red Sox game, playoff game, they go to Steve during the, the switching of, innings. They go to Steve King, who's there, and he picks a book up and starts to read.
I saw that. I saw that on the TV. I thought that was great.
So that's what I do. I listen to audiobooks. I read all the time, and damn it, I still can't write.
Well, I agree with you, and one of the things I also found after I managed to pull myself away from the porno channel.
You won't. You'll go back. You'll go back to it.
Yeah, I probably will. However, there are also some books on tape channels on
what?
this. You know, in other words, Sirius XM has people reading books.
Oh, really?
So I got into that, and it was a mystery, and I'm sort of working my way up the dial. I think I'm up to channel about 110, and it goes up to God knows what.
I don't. You know, I can't do that. I can't. Sirius Radio. No, it's not another bill I want to pay. It's nice to get it at first, and I was really thrilled about it. But after a while, I just let it go.
All right.
So that's your pornography?
Well, no. That's I was just a little bit not shocked, but it was, you know, to turn this thing on, and my dog was right there. And to have this in front of the dog, and the dog, you know, the dog has been neutered.
Well,
so
if they start talking about in dogs, then I wouldn't let the dog listen to it. But having said that, David, you're listening to it, but because you're not paying for it. You don't. They give it to you for a period.
Well, no,
of time.
this is in the car that my wife already has, that she's giving to me. So it's
already there.
Yeah, it's already there.
Oh,
this is not the new car.
The new car, because
she's going to get it in the new car.
Oh, yes,
too.
but when they give you the new car,
she gets a 90
You get it for like 90 days.
Right, and then you get a second one. In other words, she'll get a second one much cheaper than this one, because you get a second Sirius.
Oh, I wouldn't buy that. Okay, right. What else?
What? I'd like to challenge you to something.
Uh-oh.
And I was thinking about this. If I had to, let's say I were working for Barack Obama.
Yes.
And I was one of his ad people.
Yes.
And I had to come up with a 30-second ad. What would I say?
Well, what you're asking this question, you must have something that's bothering you.
Well, what I'm wondering is, that started me thinking about if I were working for Romney and I had to come up with a 30-second ad, what would I say? You would say, show your taxes, because it's really dumb. He's not even showing his 2 years. We'll get to that later. There we go. Where are we here? Oh,
right,
there we go.
No, we're around there. Just
there we go.
Leave it on the center
There
most
we
of the
go.
time.
There we go. But in case you can't read it, it says blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
I know.
All right.
Typical
anyway,
Republicans. We're going to talk about it in a minute. Go ahead.
But the thing is, what I'd like to challenge both of us, and maybe we can do it, you know, before the end of the show, maybe not. 30 seconds on why our candidate or the other candidate is the best in a positive way. Instead of tearing down the other guy, why our guy is, let's say why our guy is the best. You know, you would say why, you know, 30-second ad, why is Obama the best?
I'd say 30 seconds. We can't
seconds.
do it in 30 seconds, but if you want to do it at the end of the show or close to the end of the show, we can take 2 minutes. How's that?
Well, no, you know, say it. I mean,
you want to do it right now?
No. Let's go ahead. I just wanted to throw that out.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. You belong to the Gun Association. Is that correct?
I'm a member of the National Rifle Association, and in fact, I may join GO, which is Gun Owners of New Hampshire.
Okay.
Which is their local affiliate.
All right. Now, do you AK-47s? Is all right to own one of those?
I don't have any of them, but
no.
As civilian version, yes.
All right. Well, so in other words, you're saying they can't own one like the real one, but they can get the civilian.
Which is only semi-automatic, yes.
Yeah,
well, I say only semi-automatic.
Well,
it's
fast
semi-automatic.
as you can pull the trigger.
Right, which is with most guns that aren't
right,
bolt action.
Now, I asked you to look something up. Do you remember what I asked you to look up?
No.
If the Gun Association would agree to ban and make it very clear that an individual cannot own a gun that shoots grenades.
Oh, we did talk about that. I didn't know I had an assignment.
Handheld or shoulder from ground to air missiles. Will a gun association agree that Americans should own those?
Gee, I hope so.
Well, now, if they said that Americans should own anything at all, you know, I mean, if they're honest and they...
Suitcase nuclear missiles.
Well, the question I have to ask you is, would you give up the belonging to the Gun Association if you found that they would not come out and agree that you cannot own a gun that shoots grenades or handheld, you know, ground-to-air missiles?
First off, it's a very good question. Not necessarily.
That's what you said last time.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm gonna amplify that. Not necessarily. It's the same thing. I belong to the ACLU, as you know, also. I don't agree with the ACLU on everything they say.
All the time. Yeah.
However, I think that they provide a valuable service, and I want to support them. I don't agree with what the NRA says all the time. However, I think that they are a valuable voice, and I support them.
Well, I agree. I happen to agree that people should own guns.
Should be allowed to.
Okay. I think there should be a law that you cannot go in the woods and hunt deer with an AK-47. Even a semi-automatic, which is fast as you can pull triggers. Because right. I think we talked about it. We talked to the unions of the rabbits and squirrels.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They quite said they
the fascist
don't want
rabbits
it
that we were talking.
Killed. Yeah. Used to be one shot. Now it's like 10 shots in a row.
Well, can I just?
Would you go on to a bill if I said you cannot hunt deer or any animals? Except humans, if you're upset at them, okay? No, you cannot hunt no animals with an AK-47.
I think I'm going to disassociate myself from that last remark.
Okay, no. Let's say animals like in the woods,
yeah.
You cannot hunt deer with an AK-47.
All right.
Would you agree on that?
Not necessarily, and I'll tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
Because, for one thing, you have to kill a deer, you have to have a deer permit. In other words, or at least I think you do. In Massachusetts,
yes,
you know,
do.
you got to buy a ticket,
yes,
and you only get one deer. Does it? If you're going to go out and get a deer, does it really matter whether the ethical issue of hurting the deer aside, whether you shoot the deer with one shot or you shoot the deer with 5 shots? And I would think that if you shot the deer with 5 shots, you'd kill the deer more quickly, which would be more ethical.
Well, usually the deer is at a distance and you really only get one shot. But some crazy people will aim in the direction of the deer and just unload their rifles, which is very dangerous. As you know,
I don't know that they will. I've never heard of that.
Every year, with people who are shooting 1 or 2 at a time, somebody gets killed by accident here in the state of New Hampshire. And what people are getting hurt for is they're going into the woods with a higher caliber of gun. And these bullets go a mile.
You know what, Ken? I don't know enough about hunting in the state of New Hampshire. I am not sure that what you're saying is accurate. What I do know is there are a fixed number of deer, what have you, that can be taken.
No. We're talking about shooting them. You think
No, I know. So it doesn't, from the point of view, it's not like people with AK-47s are going to take more deer. They're not going to take more deer. What I hear you saying is you're concerned about the number of bullets flying around. In other words, if somebody has a single-shot bolt-action rifle, they can only shoot 1 shot at a time. Whereas if they have an AK-47, they can go bang, 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 bang.
But you agree that it's okay for people to hunt deer with an AK-47?
Sure.
It's okay for people to hunt deer with an AK-47?
An AK-47 is basically, it's the same kind of cartridge.
No, an AK-47, you can probably empty, I guess it goes up probably 15 rounds. A plug-in, you can even put more on. AK-47, you're probably going to do 30 shots in 30 seconds. Is that really what you want people walking through the woods with, potentially killing other people? Because so many bullets are flying around?
I don't know of anybody who shoots like that. And I'd love
would you go, if I put up a law that a hunter could not go into the woods with an AK-47 and hunt deer, would you sign on to it?
Not a chance in the world.
Okay, that's it. Let's move on. What do you have to say?
Well, what I was going to say was I was up at the House today, and this is real quick.
Wait a minute. The House?
The House of Representatives.
Okay.
And this what I have right here is called the House Record, and it talks. This is what gets published after votes are taken. It says what votes were taken, who does what. And I just wanted to bring one thing up to folks. It matters who votes, and one vote matters. And I was looking at the veto override of the partial birth abortion bill. The governor vetoed the bill that would say that we can't have partial birth abortions. The vote to override that bill was 240 to 118. It was one vote. If one vote had switched, the veto would not have been sustained and the bill would have died. Now it's the law of the land. And I just wanted to raise the issue. One vote counts, and that translates to your vote counts.
Okay.
All our votes count.
I did not vote. I was one of the people who voted against putting a law in like that, and this is the reason why. In case of the death of the doctor has to make a choice many times between the woman and the baby.
On occasion,
because of reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. So the choice is made, and the doctor decides to save the baby because there's a law against partial birth abortions. That's the reason why. I believe that doctors, honest to God, don't like doing them, never have. All of them are really done for that particular reason. No other reason. So for you or anyone to make up a bill like that it really is, it's not good for anybody, and especially for Republicans. Again,
Ken.
Again, you guys are against abortions. You're against women's rights.
Ken, I'm looking at
typical Republicans.
I'm looking at who voted against the bill. Who voted to sustain the governor's veto? And I see, let's see, I think I see Ken Gidge. You voted to sustain the governor's veto of this. I'm seeing Dave Robbins, who voted to sustain the governor's veto. I'm seeing Neil Kirk, Jack Flanagan, Barbara Shaw, Bill Belvin. Most of these are pretty staunch Republicans. Dwayne Erickson.
Oh, do you know? I got something to tell you.
So don't saddle me with that crap.
Saddle you with that crap.
Can I say crap on the air?
You know something, David? We're coming down to the point where there is elections, and I'm not going to let any more Republicans make comments. For instance, with the Hitler from Linehan, or other people making comments without somebody picking up on it, and I'm not going to let you get away with that. You're saying, oh, that's... No. I am for the woman's right to choose. You are not.
I'm not?
Are you?
Of course I am.
Okay. So if a doctor has to make a choice between the life of the mother or the life of a baby, what you're saying, okay, and it looks like I said it too, is that you choose the baby.
No, what I'm saying is it's a woman's right to choose. What I'm saying, I'm pro-choice. Are you pro-choice?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying, all I'm saying with this is
one vote.
Yeah. All I'm saying, I'm just pointing out the fact that one vote makes a difference.
It does.
If one more pro-choice, if one of these votes had switched,
yes,
the bill
would have...
Well,
one bill, it would have gone to the speaker, and then it would have passed anyway.
No, even with that, it would have been...
Yeah. The speaker has the right.
You're absolutely right. It would have taken two... Thank you. It would have taken two votes.
Two votes.
Which...
Okay.
Very small.
And since we're on the speaker, there's one thing that I think people ought to know. When one stands in the well to make a speech, where very famous people have been standing there and making speeches, basically the speeches are debates. And basically the debate is to be on one subject. The Speaker of the House has said no more than 9 minutes on a debate. Republican got up and spoke. When it was my turn as a Democrat, I could not speak because it was only 9 minutes. I want to put in a bill that everyone has 4 minutes who wants to make a speech, but the Republican Party or the Democratic Party can fight the Democrat or a Republican for making the speech or taking up the 4 minutes. We have not had debates on important issues because the Speaker of the House has said, you got 9 minutes, that's it.
Well, I think
you agree?
What am I agreeing or disagreeing with?
Well, do you agree that we all should have the ability to debate if we want to?
I think that the House has a right, as a rule, not a law, but a rule, to limit debate if the House so chooses. The House has the right to govern itself.
Well, I'll tell you what, then what you should do is probably make it 20 minutes, and you should say nobody has any more than 3 minutes, and at the end of the 3 minutes, I think the Speaker has the right to go bang, you end your sentence, get off, and somebody else stands up, but you have to have debates. And at this particular point, we have not had debates up there, and this is under a Republican Speaker of the House, and that to me is wrong. Twice I got up there to speak. Twice I could not speak and to debate the subject. And believe it or not, if I get mad enough and I spend time, I can make a good speech occasionally.
I think the jury is still out.
Okay, so that's okay.
All right.
I'm letting you do a lot. I'm not. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, we're here, and I've got the floor for a second. This is the fourth week that Romney. Now you can put the blower up there. No, put the blower up there if you want to. That Romney has not given his tax records. He said he was going to give 2. You know, he hasn't even given 2 tax records. And now he has the Sarah Palin, the male Sarah Palin, the new guy, the vice president. And he asked the vice president for more than 2 years of records before he made him the vice president, which he admitted. But the vice president's only going to bring out 2 years. Now, if Romney,
I thought the vice president was Joe Biden.
No, the vice president, the candidate for vice presidency for the Democratic.
All right.
Okay,
I was having trouble
for the
following
Republicans.
that.
Excuse me.
That's all right.
All right. So I think Romney has got to sort of take his money out of the Bahamas and out of the Swiss banks and out of Bermuda and bring it back and let the people here have jobs managing his money. So if you think 2 years is just fine, correct?
No.
You want more than 2 years?
No. You and I at an earlier show, and God, if people aren't falling asleep from this right now,
they're not falling asleep.
If
they're not falling asleep.
You and I talked about this a number of weeks ago, and you were talking about 5 to 7 years, and I said, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I would, if I were advising Mitt Romney, I would say, for God's sakes, release the freaking tax returns.
He won't. He can't.
Well, whether he does or not.
I know, but he can't do that. He can't. Because as we have talked before, he might have been keeping money hid and got caught and was not prosecuted because he agreed to pay the taxes, and that's in Switzerland, and we've talked about that before.
And I think that
Romney does not want this to come up.
And I think that is a legitimate reason for a voter to look at presidential candidates and say, I have a question about this. I think that's a legitimate reason to factor into making one's decision.
Good. Go ahead. You have something else to say? Got a subject? I've got plenty of stuff to say. I'm trying to. No. Okay. Romney's choice for vice president.
Romney. Yes. Okay. God, I wish I had his body.
You wish you had. Oh God! There you go. Where's this pornography? It's another man's body.
Doesn't he have a gorgeous body? Oh, he looks like he's going to live to be 1,000.
How old are you?
I'm 63.
You're 63.
How old are you?
The guy's 42.
How old are you?
I'm not telling you.
Why, you're younger than I am. I know that.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though I look better.
No,
don't I look prettier?
No.
See, I took my glasses off, and that helps.
The two of us are probably the most homely people on doing TV.
Well, look at this. I mean, we're next to a really good-looking guy.
That's right.
We're next to Socrates. A really good-looking guy.
Wisdom.
He just emanates wisdom.
Well, yes.
Even though, as far as we know, he never really existed.
Okay, what do you think of, wait a minute, I want to take a break. I think we should take a break. I want to start taking breaks from now on because people will be putting ads in, or people should be doing some, you can advertise yourself as a politician and you're running, and I can advertise myself. So we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break for a couple minutes. This is Ken Gidge with Dave Robbins. This is The Art of Politics, and we'll be back in a moment.
And we're back. Ken, we were just told something during the break. What were we told?
We cannot advertise. We cannot say advertise.
We cannot say advertising.
We cannot say we agree with. Although this is, by the way, this is my artwork and it is for sale.
But we can't say advertise.
We can't say advertise.
No, and we can't sell products.
No, we can't. Well, I think if I'm an artist, I can show that my artwork, but
But you're not selling a product, you're just showing a beautiful painting.
Exactly. And if you take a look at this painting, what you will note, ladies and gentlemen, there's holes in it. See what I mean? Now, we have talked about this artwork before, and the artwork is so original that no one will understand it unless they see it. So we put it up there like this to show them that they have to see it with 3D glasses.
Yeah, that's the thing. That you really have to see it. I mean, that is an especially attractive painting just as it is. But with 3D glasses, that is out of sight.
Correct.
It's absolutely wonderful.
So you were up to the State House. By the way, you were on a committee of your
well,
what happened to that?
Yeah, one of the our committee meets tomorrow. Of course, by the time this is broadcast, it'll be 6 months ago. It's a committee of child and family law. We're looking at a couple of bills that talk about evaluating the guardian ad litem process. And we meet tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Subcommittee, we'll have some folks there testifying, and our 3-person subcommittee.
3-person subcommittee. Oh God. I know. Oh God. So
that's the only thing they let me loose with. 2 other people.
2 other people, and you need only 1 other person to have a quorum.
That's right. And you know what? I'm going to wear my new tie. I think I'm going to wear this tie.
Mickey Mouse tie.
Yeah. You know where I got this?
From Disneyland.
I got it from Maine.
You got it. Well, there you go.
I got this at Goodwill in Maine on Monday. And I got the jacket at Goodwill in Maine on Monday.
Really?
And I got the shirt at Goodwill in Maine on Monday.
You're kidding me.
$4.99 for each item. And I think the jacket was new because the pockets were still sewn in.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, but you paid how much for that tie?
$5.
I wouldn't pay $1.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I wouldn't pay to take it.
You wouldn't?
$5.
You mean if I gave it to you right now, you wouldn't take it?
No, I would not. I would not. I would not wear something like that. But I got something to tell you.
Go
the
right
shirt
ahead.
is new. Okay?
Well, I think it was...
We got 2 new shirts. But look on here. They got a Z on the back.
Ooh.
And I won't put up with it.
Well,
I will not advertise.
You've got an IZOD on the...
Correct.
Yeah.
I will not put up with it. I'm going to darken it out. I'm going to paint it out. I'm going to dye it out. I do not want to advertise another person's product. Enough is enough.
How about if we had one that said Gidge or Gidge World?
Yeah, that's me. I'll advertise me or you advertise yourself. But I will not wear stuff like with the Nike with the thing like that.
The swoosh. It's called.
What I do is I color it out. I don't want it. If they want me to advertise them, let them give me the sneakers.
All right. Now, what happens when if somebody gives you a T-shirt that says "Old Orchard Beach welcomes you" or something like that? Would you wear that?
No,
okay.
I don't wear stuff like that.
All right. What about a baseball team shirt like the Knights?
I don't wear anything like that. I don't wear hats that have anything on. I would wear Red Sox, of course.
God, you're bland.
Well, I just don't. I don't like advertising. The Red Sox are fine. Maybe the Patriots, but I don't wear stuff like that. I don't like people's names. I mean, I'm me. But
you don't like advertising. Who painted that?
Who painted this picture?
Who painted that gorgeous picture?
Will never understand it unless they see the picture.
That's right. Now
you have to see the picture.
But you can't. But this is not advertising.
This is me. You can advertise what I do. Let us advertise something else.
Well, how about me? Hi, where are we? Whoops, camera, please.
Camera.
No, actually over there.
Middle camera.
Hi, my name is Dave. I'm running for re-election, but I'm not advertising. I'm not advertising my candidacy. I'm just sitting here talking about it. And of course, I'm not going to ask you to vote for me, even though I really need votes.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Okay. Let us.
All right.
Right. Okay. So let us, because we don't have much time. We probably got about 7 minutes.
Oh God! Okay. Hold on, viewers in Nashville. We're almost done.
Okay. Let us talk about having people come on and the rules that we have made up. Who people want to come on our show.
Go for it.
All right. We have made an agreement between us. Now we're
a solemn pact.
Correct.
Blood has flowed from this thumb.
Not like hell. No blood from him. That's
all
for
right.
sure. Listen,
that's stone.
Pornography. He likes the guys. I've never forget it.
My blood's blue.
What?
I'm a blue blood. Did you know that?
No.
Mayflower descendant.
Oh God.
We could spend a whole show talking about that, but thank God we won't. I interrupted you. I apologize. Go right ahead.
No, that's okay, because I'll interrupt you every single time that I get. All right. What we have agreed is we're going to have a lot of people coming on the show.
Well,
we're going to have
we hope.
Republicans, and we're going to have, well, they'll come on. But this is, if you want to come on our show, you're very welcome to come on our show if you're running for a political office. But if you are a Democrat, this is how it's going to go. You, as a Democrat or a Republican, will be sitting to the left, which was your right. If it's a Republican, David will be sitting in the middle, and if it's a Republican, I will be sitting to my right, which is your left. I, if he has a Republican on, will not say a word unless David says, hey, Ken, what do you think of that? Then I can talk.
we are going to get tape for your mouth.
Right. No,
we will tape you.
We're not going to get tape for my mouth. Will you be quiet? This is an important thing. Here you go. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. No. Yep, yep, yep.
I like that.
Can I explain this?
Yep. I want to see if I've got any white paper. I like the yap, yap, yap.
No. The yap, yap is mine.
Oh, okay. Well,
you got the blah, blah. I got the yap,
I'll give this to you then. Go right ahead.
Oh, God. All right. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to do this. We want Republicans and Democrats to come on. We're the only show that has a Republican and a Democrat all the time. That means we can go after each other, we can go after the party, we can go after the beliefs of the parties or the disbeliefs of the parties. But this is David's show and this is Ken's show. Actually, it was my show, but you moved in on it. Okay, so it is David's show and my show.
Thank God, you'd be off the air by now.
No, I would not. I absolutely would not be.
You know, we don't have to deal with ratings, but you'd fail the ratings.
Explain? Yep.
Here, you can hold that.
You got a yep?
Yep.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
Are you done?
For about 10 seconds, yes.
So we want Republicans and Democrats to come on. So if a Democrat comes on or a Republican comes on, if it's a Democrat, I shall be interviewing the Democrat to Democrat. The Republican, who is David, will be sitting to my right, your left, and will not say one word.
Unless
I ask.
There we go.
All right. Now, we may interview the person for a half hour. I may interview the person for a half hour. At the end of the half hour, we say goodbye to them. Then we come back on the air, and for 15 minutes, David and I can talk about the person who just came on. You can agree with them, you can disagree with them, and that's how we're going to run the show. So if you want to come on and you're a Republican, this is where David will be sitting, this is where you will be sitting, and I will be sitting here, like it or not, because it's his show and my show. But if you're a Republican or a Democrat, the Republican or a Democrat will be sitting here and they will be quiet. But remember, you'll be here for a half hour. After that, the Democrat or the Republican can come back and even criticize the Democrat or Republican.
Can I just add something to this?
Go ahead.
We go after each other. I got to look at the right camera. We go after each other.
Will you stop the cameras?
Well, no, it's right there. It's looking at me.
For God's sakes.
We go after. Yep. We go after each other. We feel very comfortable with it. We don't take it personally. In having other people on, our intent is not to embarrass anybody. Our intent is not to make somebody feel uncomfortable. Our intent is to create an environment where a candidate can talk about what it is they believe in and why they believe it. Thank you very much. What it is he or she or it believes in and why. And we will let you talk. If you get off message, we'll bring you back gently. But it's our intent to be respectful. If we can laugh a little bit, that's great, but not laugh at your expense.
But you're there for a half hour, but understand this. After the half hour is over, David and I will come back, and when we come back, David, if it's a Democrat, may make comments that disagree with the Democrat, and I certainly will make comments about the Republicans. So that's how we're going to do it.
Sounds good to me.
But
I want to come on.
But if a Democrat...
Can I come on?
You may. If a Democrat comes on...
That means you've got to sit over there and shut your mouth?
If a Democrat comes on and says, I don't want to be on the show with David, all right, I will ask David. And if David says, no, I want to be on the show, I'm sorry to the Democrat. And he's going to do the same thing to Republicans. And I wish, and you wish, more Republicans would get Democrats and more Democrats, Republicans. But I got news for you. A Republican does not want me on their show.
You know, I just
because
realized,
they got away with too much, and I won't let them.
is this kind of like a mixed marriage?
Oh, God.
Is this something we need to put a bill in to the House for to allow this to be recognized?
You know, well, let me see. See, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. He makes a statement like this. But last year, the first bill we had was a bill against bullying. And guess what the bill was for? A Republican put in a bill against bullying against Republicans in the House of Representatives. Mixed marriage. Go ahead. Want to say something else?
Well, I'm taken aback. What does that have to do with mixed marriage?
I have nothing wrong with mixed marriage.
Okay.
Can you?
So you have stopped being opposed to mixed marriage.
Oh God, are you still beating your wife? This is you keep doing this. You keep doing stuff like that.
Because it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Well, you're not funny. That's the problem.
Oh, well, you know what? Mitt Romney, 2 years of tax returns. Kenny, you get your hair on fire with that. Your hair is on fire.
All right. Question. You really will vote for somebody who says to you, I will get jobs, but will not show his tax returns for at least 5 years? You'll vote for that person? You're nuts. You're nuts.
Now look at this. If you had said that on my Facebook page, then I would have to apologize for that.
David, get on the Facebook page, you know what I mean. You're not on Facebook, and anybody who comes on Facebook and says something bad on my page, I take it down and I apologize, and I ask people, don't come on and say anything bad about other people.
I'll tell you what, if I get on Facebook, can you take a picture of me with Socrates here?
I will.
And that'll be my avatar or whatever.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Are we done?
No.
Why not?
We got about 2 more minutes.
All right. You had other things you wanted to talk about, I'm sure. Yap.
No, yap is mine. Yours is blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
I think that what we're doing is very important for the community. I think what the two of us are doing. I am really kind of upset that Republicans have not invited me on their show.
I'm barely getting invitations from Republicans.
Well, and the reason is because you and I are doing a show together. Republicans don't like you sitting here.
We become lepers?
Republicans don't like you sitting here with a Democrat, and Democrats don't like to see me sitting with a Republican. Well, guess what? Too bad. Because if you want to come on, we already know the rules.
Hey, on this thing about inviting, can we invite, we're not just talking state reps.
No.
I mean, we can invite gubernatorial candidates.
You may invite anybody you want.
So we could invite Mitt Romney and Barack Obama.
Yeah, we can. And I can guarantee you they won't come on with you.
Yeah, but maybe we could get Paul Ryan and Joe Biden.
Ah.
And if we did, I would leave my firearms at home.
All right. Okay. I'm glad. He does carry, by the way.
Well, no.
Are you carrying today?
We don't talk about that.
All right. We don't talk about that.
It's like you asking me whether I wear briefs or boxers.
Would he bring a gun to the station? What is he going to do? Shoot me in the foot? Okay. We got 2 minutes. Your turn. Say goodbye to the people. There's your camera.
It's been wonderful. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm Dave Robbins. You can reach me at 978-500-9475. You can reach me on email, davidsrobbins@comcast.net. And if you have any complaints about the show, you can reach Ken at?
You can reach me at, and I'll give you my cell phone number. It is 864-9332. That's 864-9332. Now, you may have complaints about us, or you may feel really strong about subjects we have been talking about. You call me and we'll give you 5 minutes. We will not say a word. You can blast us. You can do whatever you want to. We're going to give you 5 minutes. I don't see Republicans doing that. Will you disagree? Come on.
Well, I do. In fact, I think I'm going to avail myself of that. So sometime I'm going to get 5 minutes just to tell you what Ken's really like.
Okay, we got 1 more minute. It's my turn.
Oh, okay, go right ahead.
864-9332. I'm on Facebook, as you know, so if you'd like to befriend me, come on. I also have a website called Gidge World, which is an art website. You can get me there.
You're not advertising, though, are you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't use the word advertising.
But you're a supporter of this program, is that correct?
Yes, correct. Goodbye, David.
Take care.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.